Presented by listenheadlines.com. Latest world news from trusted sources.
New York Times World News.
July 12, 4:46 America, New York. What NATO said about Ukraine, key commitments. Ukraine's president wanted firmer commitments about when his country could join, but NATO's 31 members did made some new pledges to draw Kyiv closer to the alliance. President Biden, Center, and NATO leaders at the alliance's summit on Tuesday, in Vilnius, Lithuania.
RT World News.
July 12, 4:31 America, New York. G7 to pledge aid to Kiev after NATO non-invitation. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has claimed it is absurd that his country has not been given a roadmap to join the US-led military bloc.
Wall Street Journal World News.
July 12, 4:27 America, New York. Ukraine gets defense pledge from West after NATO disappointment. The largely symbolic declaration from G7 nations comes as NATO reaffirmed security pledges to Ukraine but disappointed its leaders by not putting a timeline on its eventual membership.
Time.
July 12, 4:15 America, New York. A Singapore cabinet minister faces the country's most serious graft probe since 1986. Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong said he instructed Transport Minister S. Iswaran to go on leave as the city-state's anti-graft agency started a probe, the first involving a cabinet minister in almost 4 decades.
Washington Post World.
July 12, 4:13 America, New York. Russia-Ukraine war live updates. Zelensky to meet Biden at summit as NATO makes Kyiv wait for membership. Allies are set to offer Ukraine long-term security guarantees. It comes after Zelensky criticized NATO's lack of a clear timeline for his country's membership.
Time.
July 12, 4 o'clock America, New York. Thai court to decide whether to disqualify election winner from becoming prime minister. Thailand's election body said it has decided to seek a court ruling on whether newly elected lawmaker Pita Limjaroenrat should be disqualified after finding that he breached election rules, posing the latest hurdle in the progressive politician's path to become the nation's next prime minister.
RT World News.
July 12, 3:52 America, New York. U.S. delegation, furious, over Zelensky tweet, WAPO. The Ukrainian leader claimed NATO's indecisiveness about Kiev joining the bloc was a sign of weakness.
Wall Street Journal World News.
July 12, 3:50 America, New York. Euro boosted by weak dollar. Losses after weak ZEW prove temporary. The euro rose to a 2-month high against the dollar as the U.S. currency lost ground ahead of inflation data.
Wall Street Journal World News.
July 12, 3:39 America, New York. Oil hovers at 10-week high ahead of US CPI. Oil prices edged up to their highest levels since late April on signs of emerging tightness, with seaborne crude shipments from Russia declining, suggesting it is finally making good on its promise to cut output.
Mirror World News. July 12, 3:37 America, New York. Putin's police arrest half-naked assassin after submarine captain shot on morning run. Sergei Denisenko was seen cowering on a kitchen floor in his underwear after heavily armed Russian security forces stormed a house in Tuapse, Krasnodar region, smashing the windows.
Washington Post World.
July 12, 2:52 America, New York. Israel faces an ongoing constitutional crisis, without a constitution. A constitutional crisis emerges as protests erupt over Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's plans to remake the country's judiciary, a move his opponents say enables dictatorship.
Washington Post World.
July 12, 2:10 America, New York. Enemies duel with drones as Ukraine faces dug in Russian forces. For months, Russian forces have been digging in, building concrete bunkers and constructing tunnel networks. The result is a painstakingly slow Ukrainian counteroffensive in Zaporizhia.
Fox News.
July 12, 2 o'clock America, New York. AI teaming up with California firefighters to spot smoke before it spirals into chaos. The California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection is partnering with an AI program to help detect wildfires before they spread chaos and fatalities.
BBC News World.
July 12, 1:15 America, New York. India's CEO criticized for picking AI bot over human staff. Sumit Shah, founder of an e-commerce website, said that his firm had laid off 90% of its support staff.